video, I'm going to show you exactly how the top producers are closing 80% more life insurance policies with an AI follow-up system. In this video, I'm going to go over the exact system that these top producers use to close these deals. I'm going to show you the complete framework, the exact tools to use, and real examples that you can copy. Get a notepad, take some notes. This will be an in-depth video showing you exactly how everything works together. Let's just jump straight into it, right? So the problem that most agents deal with and that you're watching this video for is that there's a speed to lead problem, right? You lose a deal because a lead comes in at 2 p.m., right? You call back at 5 p.m., 3 hours later. The lead has already talked to 3 other people. They forget who you are and they don't even remember why they left their information to you, right? And there's inconsistent follow-up. You have no system to tell how many times you followed up with somebody, when you followed up with them, or even if they responded to you. So you need to be tracking these things so you're making the best use of your time. You can't just be randomly dialing people, talking to people, texting people, and not having a follow-up system to determine who should you actually follow up with. So maybe you call once, maybe twice, and then they forget and they move on to the next lead, right? And manual follow-up doesn't scale. You can't remember to call 50 specific people every single day. Right? You have no timing, no structure. All you're doing is just hoping for the best. And leads go cold very, very fast, right? After 48 hours, the close rate drops 80%. 80%. So those aged leads, those shared leads that you're buying, they're going to drop even more if you just let them go after 48 hours. So let's go into the cost, right? Do some ROI. The math, right? You're getting 100 leads a month per se. $15 per lead, $1,500 in spend, right? You're closing 20% of them, commission on average $750 each. You're closing 20 deals, right? You're making 15 grand a month. But you could be making more, but you lost 60% of the deals just to poor follow-up. And you're leaving $9,000 a month on the table. In the entire year, you're losing over $100,000. And this is exactly why manual follow-up fails. You can't scale yourself, you forget leads and follow-up, you have the wrong timing, and you have inconsistent messaging because you don't even know who you've spoken to or who you haven't spoken to yet. The top producers and top agencies that are scaling to $100,000 a month, they're using systems. They're not using memory and little data sheets. They're using something that can scale and is automated at every single step. Right, so let's go into the actual solution that you should be implementing, right? There's 3 pillars that you need to follow. Speed to lead, contacting them within 5 minutes. Multi-channel consistency, so text, email, and call. You need everything to be consistent. You can't be giving 3 different messages through 3 different channels. You need automated follow-up. So if someone doesn't answer today, you need to have a sequence that can nurture these leads to eventually close 7 to 14 days, depending on your solution and your product, right? So speed to lead. You need to have an instant text that goes out as soon as the lead comes in, right? And if you're using shared or aged leads, this isn't going to work as well because you're dealing with people that don't even know who you are and didn't opt in to you directly. This works best if you're generating your own leads, you're running your own marketing, and people are coming to you directly, right? Introduce yourself. This is James from FFL with this agency. Whatever the case may be, I just got your request for life insurance information or your inquiry. I'll call you in the next 5 minutes. So the lead knows you're going to call them. It also confirms the number is valid and correct. You've dealt with so many people that have invalid numbers. And then the AI triggers a call task within 5 minutes, so you are not forgetting anything. It's all automated. The 5-minute rule, let's look at the data, right? The leads contacting within 5 minutes are 100 times more likely to connect and 21 times more likely to qualify compared to waiting 30 minutes. Just 30 minutes, right? And responding within even 1 minute improves conversion rates by 391. This is pure data. After 5 minutes, the lead qualification rates drop by 80%. So you waiting after 5 minutes to contact a lead that you generated or that you just bought or whatever the case may be is affecting your close rate more than you know. Speed to lead is super important, right? And 30% of the leads that you get go to competitors due to slow response time. Imagine someone just put an inquiry for final expense You don't get to them till tomorrow. They chose somebody else called them, somebody else stole your deal. So you need to have this in place, the speed to lead pillar. Let's go to multi-channel consistency, right? This is important because people don't answer unknown numbers. If they know why you're calling, if they know who you are, they know exactly why they should pick up the phone, right? So the sequence goes as this. Day 1, instant text, like we mentioned, an email intro and a calendar link to give them more information. People don't know everything about life insurance, especially if they don't have a policy in place. And then give them a calendar link so they can actually speak to you and book with you. Show that you're a real person. You're not just a call center in India, right? You're a real person that somebody can actually speak to. And then obviously call them once. You're not spamming them. You're just leaving them a voicemail if they don't answer and showing that you're interested and that you saw their inquiry, right? Day 2, they don't pick up the phone, whatever the case may be. Do a follow-up with SMS, right? Give them a short text and then call them again, right? You're not spamming these people all day. You want to be compliant. You can't just be calling at all hours of the day. And day 3, right? Email with value and educational content. So this is very important, especially for IULs or certain types of products that need more education before somebody buys, right? Show them exactly why they should buy and why they should work with you specifically, right? You need to sell yourself. You're an agent, you're a broker. You need to make sure you're positioned as the best possible option for them, right? And then of course, call them once more. Number 3. And this is what professional follow-up is. It's not spam. You're not going to get flagged for being a spam number, being reported, right? You're conducting professional business in an orderly manner that is structured. You're not a little sales agent. You're not a 18-year-old guy or girl doing this. Professional business person, and this is how you should structure your business, right? You're not just following up randomly. And this is all automated, right? So let's say after the first 3 days of you trying this, they don't pick up the phone, they don't answer, right? So they enter a 14-day nurture sequence that you are not doing anything, it's all automated, right? So day 1 through 3 is what we covered above. Day 5, right? Educational email and text. Show them exactly why they should work with you, what the benefits of the product is that they inquired about, whether, for example, IUL versus 401k. Show them the difference, why an IUL is better, how they can actually help grow their money with your help as well, right? Day 7, text with a calendar booking link. Give them a free quote, review, a lead magnet, something to get their interest. Let's say they were interested and then they fell off and now they need something to reinvigorate that, right? So get them to remember why they opted in the first time. And day 10, if you have a case study or testimonial, you need to have this on hand. This is the most valuable piece of information that you can leverage to get another client, right? If you have somebody that's saying, this person helped me out so much with my 401k, with my IUL, switching this over, my final expense policy, covering my funeral expenses, this will drive so much value and will have such a big return on investment, right? Let's say after all of this, they still don't respond, they still don't get in contact with you, they're just dead, right? You need to have a breakup message, right? I haven't heard back from you, should I close out your file? Simple. You're not going to chase cold leads or dead leads, right? You're not going to just keep hounding them. If they don't want your business, they don't want your business, right? Move on to the next. And just off breakup message alone, right? 30% of people respond based on this because they realize, hey, maybe I'll let them know I'm not interested anymore, or I'll say, hey, I'll eventually, finally get back to you and actually put this in place. And the AI handles all of this while you close. You don't have to lift a finger unless they respond and then you do your manual follow-up or call them or contact the person. AI handles all of this and the system does it for you. And the top producing agents do this. They're not sitting on their ass all day dialing every single person themselves, sending out text messages, emails. It's all automated, right? This is what you need to put in place to scale to 20, 30, 50, 100K a month and build a team under you. You need to have systems, right? Any business does have that. So let's go into actually the tool stack that you do need to build this system or to set it up, right? Of course, you need a CRM first. Right, GoHighLevel is recommended. I'm not a sponsor or affiliate, but that's what I use and that's what I've used with clients. And that's what you should use because it has everything that you need in one spot. A lot of people use HubSpot or Ringy or any alternative. You can use a CRM, right? Next, you need an automation and AI platform, right? Assist with AI calling, or there's other platforms available within GoHighLevel or within your CRM as well. If you need to set up any automations, Maker.com, and Zapier. Super simple and popular. Those are all great options. And communication channels, right? You need a business phone number, of course. You need to make sure it's registered. A2P verified, which means you can actually send out text on behalf of your business, your LLC. So you actually can have your name show up when you call people. So it's not just a random spam number or potential spam. People actually know why you're calling them, right? And of course, you need a business email domain to make sure you're professional. You're actually showing people that, hey, I have something in place. I'm not just a random person trying to sell you life insurance, right? And I recommend GoHighLevel just because you have that. We just personally use GoHighLevel. It's up to you, right? And working to how to set this actually up, right? The workflow goes something like this. The lead comes in from Meta or whatever your lead source is, goes straight to your GoHighLevel or your CRM. And then the automation is triggered and the workflow starts, right? The text, the email, the task is created. If there's no answer, then the sequence starts, right? And the 14-day nurture sequence runs automatically. Here are just some example screenshots, right? Going into the workflow, having the prompts so the AI can actually respond to these messages correctly with a knowledge base, and also just having reminders and wait times to say, hey, if they don't respond, send this text. If they don't respond, put them into the daily follow-up workflow, right? If they book an appointment with you, have confirmations and reminders to make sure they actually show up, because you're not going to follow up with these people to make them show up manually. It's all automated. You're not doing this yourself, right? Once you have it in place, it's done and dusted, right? Text, email, reminders, everything is in place. You don't have to lift a finger, right? And everything flows together and works together. And I want to go over the exact messages that convert, right? You can't just send generic messages and expect people to convert, right? So a bad text is just introducing yourself very briefly, following up on your quote request. Please call me back at this number, right? You can't just expect them to keep calling you because people forget, right? So you need to have a good messaging saying, hey, Sarah, just tried calling you about your life insurance inquiry. I have some options that can get you $100,000 of coverage. Free to chat for 5 minutes today, right? The difference is you're using a casual, professional tone and personal tone. You're not urging somebody to actually, buy something from you or chase you. You're being personable. You're saying, hey, let's open up the conversation. And you're being value focused, right? It could be something like save this amount per month if they're a current policyholder, or get you $100,000 of coverage, whatever the case may be. And low commitment ask, right? You're not asking them to hop on a Zoom call. You're not asking them to, put all their money away to you. You're not asking them for a 1 hour call. Just chat for 5 minutes, and then you can open up the conversation to a longer conversation and eventually the sale, right? Same with the email. Don't lead with the just generic your life insurance quote. Have a quick question about your inquiry, because they put in the inquiry, so you need to frame it. Say, hey, I'm reaching out because you reached out to me first. So to recap this section, set up the system, have the right messaging in place, and the system will do it all for you, right? So let's go into the proof of how the system actually works and how it can be beneficial to you, right? This is one of our clients, Mike, just an anonymized name, but he works with FFL. Before AI follow-up system was implemented, he was doing 100 leads a month, 10% close rate, 10 deals closed, and only about 7K in revenue, right? Not bad, but wants to scale, right? You can do more with those 100 leads. If you're only closing 10 of them, very low close rate. We implemented the system with him. After, right, the same 100 leads rate, 31 deals closed, and $23,000 in revenue, right? That's another 15K a month from the same amount of leads, and the AI recovered 40% of cold leads. Just look at how crazy that number is without you doing any more manual work. The AI is doing all of it for you, right? So you can close more deals and make more money without spending more time on follow-up or closing deals, right? It's meant to do it for you. You're not doing everything yourself. And just look at the return on investment, right? You want to set this up yourself, get a CRM, $50 to $100 a month, just depending on what you get. The setup time, 2 to 6 hours, just depending on how quick you are, how simple or complex you want it. It's just a one-time thing, one and done. And the return, right? Even if you close one extra deal a month, you're making $500 to $1,000 plus, right? So you're making 5 to 10 times your initial investment in month one. And every month after that is just pure profit. Even if you close just one extra deal a month, you can do 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 more deals. But this is just the very start. And the average outcome, right, is most agents see 3 to 5 extra deals a month, $1,500 to $5,000 in extra revenue for just a $50 to $100 investment. Let that sink in for a second, right? These top producing agents aren't just dialing 16 hours a day. Some might be, but the smart ones implement a system that does the work for them. And the question you should ask yourself is not should I do this, but why haven't you done it already? You know you're drowning in follow-up. You know you're losing deals because you're not following up correctly. And you know you're tired of dialing people all damn day, right? So the next steps is for you to sign up for GoHighLevel or CRM of your choice, right? Build your sequence, use the framework that I use in this video, go back, take some notes, write it down, build it out yourself, and then connect your lead source, whether it's meta ads, your website form, anything you got, set it up, right? And then if you do need help, if you're generating, buying leads right now and you're not following up with a system like this, right, you're leaving 50 to 80% of revenue on the table, right? And I help agents build these exact systems. Lead generation, we handle the qualification, creative generation, and setup. Full owned system, whatever we just spoke about, automated follow-up, appointment setting, full CRM automation is all built by us. It's just plug and play. You just close deals, right? This is for you if you're producing $10,000 a month or more, so you have budget for ads and setup. You're licensed in multiple states, so you have more targeting options, and you're tired of renting leads. You're ready to own your pipeline, right? This is not for you if you're brand new to life insurance, if you can't invest into a system in marketing, and you want instant results or a golden ticket to $100,000 a month, right? You need to put in the work yourself as well. If you're interested and you do fit this criteria and you need help setting this up, there's a link in the description to book the call. We'll review your current process and show you exactly how to 2 to 3x your close rate in the next 30 to 60 days. And even if you don't work with us, I want you to take away from this video the framework and the system and implement it yourself because the results will definitely come on their own, right? So that is a full breakdown of the entire system of how life insurance top producers are closing 80% more deals just with an AI follow-up system. If you found some value in this, please subscribe, leave a comment down below. If you need any questions answered, leave a comment and then we'll discuss them. Have a great rest of your day, guys, and take care.